Without question, Manu Ginobili displaying his skills today.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. We've got Anthony. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Davis. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. And it's Harden in at the 2.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
The feed to Scola. And Davis pulls it down. Here about 46% for the game. Thomas kicks to Harden. Outside Anthony. He feeds it to Davis. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Ginobili's gone 1 of 5 from deep. Thomas passes to Harden. It's Anthony with the drive, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
B's got 5 now.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
That's how to bang down low. His hard work gives him another possession.
Gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. It's stolen by Davis. Now here's Thomas. Pass to Harden. Davis setting the pick for Harden. Deflects the pass and stolen by Scola. Down low, Campazzo. Great D that time from Thomas.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Anthony kicks to Harden. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. 8 points for James Harden.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him. But with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
There's a good screen. Defended by George. Pass to Nocioni. 5 to shoot. The 10-footer finds the target. Nocioni's got his second basket of the night. And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big 3 to compete for a championship. And for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half. And when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day. And that's really what Carmelo did.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Covered by Anthony. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one's on Anthony.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Thomas kicks to Anthony. Elbow shot. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now.
While we have the chance, a look at our 2K leaderboard and the top shooting small forwards at the free throw line during the last month. Well, you take a look at Nocioni, second in the NBA. So great from the line.
And knowing what I do about the guys on that list, I can tell you they put a lot of long hours in the gym to get those percentages to where they are.
Well, you can't get those numbers without the work, and they've posted impressive numbers, and all of them are naturally gifted shooters, but you have to add to natural ability the work required to bring it to fruition.
They set the pick to the paint, and he banks in the layup. Nocioni's got his third bucket of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Thomas a screen. The drive by Anthony. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And there's the pass to B. Feeds it to Nocioni. Campazzo, and Fareed sends it back. Outside Anthony. On the wing, George. He's covered by Nocioni. A nice shot by George.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have. You know, Kenneth Fareed was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
Lopez, he's checked in for Davis. Gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Dishes to Nocioni. To the wing right side. Ginobili against George. Nice shot by Ginobili. Ginobili's got 13.
There you go. I mean, this is the time to get aggressive. I mean, they need to keep feeding him the basketball.
Lopez dishes to Anthony. Screen by Fareed. Kicks it to George. There's the three. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And Ginobili, here we go. Some solid defense from Fareed.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
That's his second personal foul. Substitution, Karl-Anthony Towns. Kevin Love.
Ginobili with the steal. Campazzo, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Ginobili with the three. That doesn't go either by Ginobili.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Passes to Towns. Outside Anthony. Six on the shot clock. Unloads. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Ginobili with the ball. George picks him up. To the middle. It's tipped. Taken away by Anthony. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Thomas, it's a wide open look. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists now in this one. Gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. The dish to Ginobili. 6 to shoot. And there's the call on Karl-Anthony Towns. That's his first foul. James Harden, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Lopez outside. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thomas kicks to George. Harden outside. Love outside. Nobody near George. That 3 off the mark. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Mark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
They set the pick. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Tries a 3. It's rebounded by Towns.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim. And the interior E is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for George. That one misses for Love.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
Nice stroke from long range. And if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Harden the pass to Towns. Thomas against Ginobili. Here's Cousins, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Outside Thomas. With 1 on the clock. Can't get it to fall. Well, through 3